When you sit in the salon chair after 60 and say, "This time, I'm doing it for me," something powerful happens. Your hair is no longer just about trends or other people's opinions. It becomes a reflection of everything you have lived, loved, and learned. The right haircut at this stage can soften your features, brighten your expression, and make you look and feel 10 years younger without a single procedure. The wrong one can quietly drag your face down, harden your features, and leave you wondering why you still feel tired even when you're put together. In this video, you and your stylist are on the same team. You will see 3 haircuts that help women over 60 look fresher, lighter, and more vibrant, and 3 haircuts that secretly add years, even if they once felt safe or familiar. Think of it as a loving, honest conversation with a friend who wants you to walk out of the salon feeling confident, elegant, and fully yourself again. If your haircut hasn't changed since your 40s but your face has, stay with me. One small shift to your shape, length, or layers could lift your features so much that people stop asking what you're using on your skin and start asking who does your hair. 1. Soft layered bob that lifts your face. If there is one haircut that keeps showing up on every list of flattering styles for women over 60, it is the soft layered bob. Not the stiff, solid bob that looks like a helmet, but a gentle, modern version that sits somewhere between the chin and just above the shoulders, with light layering and maybe a soft, side-swept fringe. Why does this bob make you look younger? Because of where it places the eye. When the length sits between your chin and collarbone, it naturally draws attention toward your cheekbones, jawline, and smile, rather than down toward the neck or chest. That visual lift can be as flattering as a great scarf or a beautifully placed necklace. For many women over 60, hair also becomes finer and flatter. A soft layered bob adds shape and movement without requiring an hour of blow drying every morning. The key word here is soft. You don't want a hard, blunt block of hair. Ask your stylist for gentle layers through the interior of the cut to keep it light, slightly textured or shattered, and so the bob doesn't sit like a rigid line. A soft side part or a light fringe to skim the forehead rather than exposing everything. This softness keeps the cut from becoming helmet-like, which is exactly what tends to age us. When the hair moves as you walk, laugh, or turn your head, it signals vitality and ease. A side-swept fringe can also softly blur forehead lines and gently guide attention to the eyes, where your natural sparkle still lives. If you wear glasses, a layered bob can sit beautifully around the frames, balancing your features instead of collapsing onto them. Silver, gray, or highlighted hair looks especially stunning in this cut, because the layers create dimension. Each strand catches the light at a slightly different angle, giving your hair depth and radiance rather than a flat, dull look. Daily life with a soft bob is forgiving. On simple days, you can let it air dry with a little styling cream for easy texture and lift. For more polished days, a round brush or a few soft waves with a large curling iron can create that "I woke up like this" elegance without looking overdone. When you talk to your stylist, be specific. Say you want a layered bob that sits between chin and collarbone, with softness around the face and no harsh blunt line at the bottom. Ask them to avoid cutting it too heavy at the hem, which can create a square, dragging shape that highlights jowls or sagging instead of lifting. When this cut is done well, you don't look like a different person. You look like you on a very good day. Lighter, fresher, and quietly confident. As if someone has gently taken a weight off your shoulders and your face at the same time. If your bob feels like it's sitting on your face instead of framing it, don't give up on short hair. The difference between aging and uplifting can be just a few soft layers and 2 centimeters in length. 2. Youthful pixie with soft volume. Many women over 60 say, "A pixie is too short. It will make me look harsh." The truth is, a modern, soft pixie can be one of the most youth-enhancing cuts you can choose, as long as it has volume and gentleness built into the shape. It is not about going as short as possible. It is about creating a light, lifted frame for your features. A youthful pixie for mature women is very different from a severe, shaved crop. Instead of being brutally short all over, it usually has soft layers on top to create height and movement. Neat but not harshly clipped sides and nape. A side-swept fringe or slightly longer pieces around the face. That extra volume at the crown lifts the eye upward, which helps counteract the natural downward pull that comes with age around the jaw and neck. The layering on top makes it easy to create this lift with just your fingers and a tiny amount of product. It is almost like giving yourself a mini, non-surgical facelift each morning with 2 or 3 quick motions. If your hair has become thinner or more fragile, the pixie can actually make it appear fuller. Because there is less length weighing it down, the hair can stand up and out more easily, creating texture and density. Short hair also keeps split ends, dried out lengths, and frizz in check, so your hair reflects more light and looks healthier overall, which always reads as more youthful. Emotionally, a pixie sends a powerful message. It says confident, free, unafraid to be seen. It showcases your eyes, cheekbones, and smile, especially when paired with a touch of blusher or a favorite lipstick if you enjoy makeup. A side-swept fringe or a few longer pieces near the temples can soften fine lines and keep the cut feminine, preventing that all-forehead look that some extremely short styles create. The daily routine is wonderfully simple. You can usually wash your hair, add a small amount of mousse, cream, or light wax, tousle with your fingers, be out the door in minutes. When speaking with your stylist, you might say, "I'd like a soft, layered pixie with volume at the crown and some length through the top and fringe. I want to avoid very tight, shaved sides. I still want softness and movement, not a harsh crop." Bring reference photos of women your age with textured pixies, rather than very edgy runway versions. That helps your stylist understand you are aiming for elegance and ease, not something extreme. If you wear your natural gray or silver, a pixie can showcase it like a beautiful fabric, letting the color and texture become part of your style, instead of something you are hiding. Done well, a youthful pixie makes you feel like you have stepped into a lighter, more liberated version of yourself. Easy, chic, and quietly radiant. If your hair feels like a tired curtain you're hiding behind, a soft pixie might be your freedom cut. It doesn't shout, "Look at my age." It whispers, "Look at my eyes." 3 soft, face-framing layers for gentle movement. Not everyone is ready to go short, and that is perfectly fine. If you love having some length but want to avoid the heavy, dragging effect of one-length hair, soft, face-framing layers with gentle movement can make you look years younger while still feeling like you. This style can sit anywhere from just below the chin to the upper chest, but the important thing is how it is shaped around the face. Instead of all the weight sitting at the bottom, long, graduated layers are placed so they skim past the cheeks and jawline. Add a soft curve around the face instead of a straight, vertical curtain. Allow your natural texture, straight, wavy, or softly curly, to show through. These face-framing layers act like a built-in soft focus filter, gently smoothing the overall impression. When hair moves and bends rather than hanging in one sheet, it mimics the fullness and bounce we associate with younger hair. If your hair is fine, ask your stylist to keep the layers long and light, not choppy. You want shape without losing too much density. A few subtle layers near the cheeks and jaw, plus some hidden internal layering, can create the illusion of more volume around the crown and the sides of the face. This is especially helpful if your face has become longer or narrower with age. If your hair is thick, long face-framing layers carve out space inside the cut, so the hair can move freely instead of sitting like a heavy sheet. This prevents the triangle, or blocky effect where the ends puff out and the roots sit flat, which often feels aging. Styling can be effortless. On many days you can use a lightweight cream or mousse. Scrunch or twist sections gently as they dry. Let your natural wave or bend do the work. On days you want more polish, a large barrel curling iron or blow drying with a round brush can create big, soft waves that look relaxed rather than overly set. A gentle side part, plus a few pieces tucked behind one ear, can reveal just enough of your neck and jaw to look elegant without leaving you feeling too exposed. Color can enhance this style beautifully. Fine, subtle highlights or a soft, sun-kissed effect around the face create brightness where you want it most, mimicking the way hair naturally lightens in the sun, but in a controlled, flattering way. With layers, these lighter strands catch the light as you move, enhancing the sense of youth and energy. When you talk to your stylist, you might say, "I'd like to keep some length, but I want soft layers that frame my face and add movement. Please avoid heavy, chunky layers or a very blunt one-length bottom. I want lightness and flow." This kind of cut respects your attachment to length while quietly adjusting the shape, so it flatters the woman you are now, not the girl you used to be. If your hair hangs in one heavy sheet, it can pull your whole expression down with it. A few carefully placed layers can be the difference between tired and flat, and soft and alive, without losing your precious length. 3 haircuts that secretly age you. Just as some haircuts give you that fresh, lifted feeling, others quietly add years. Even if they once felt safe, tidy, or familiar, you haven't done anything wrong by choosing them. You simply may have outgrown them. Let's look at 3 styles that often age women over 60, and what you can ask for instead. 1. The overly short harsh crop. This is the cut where the hair is clipped very close to the scalp, often with clippers, leaving almost no softness, fringe, or layering. While short hair can be stunning, this ultra-severe crop removes the gentle frame that hair can give the face. It exposes every shadow and line around the eyes, nose, and mouth without any movement or softness to balance them. It can also lean toward a more masculine or hard look if there is no side-swept fringe or length at the top. A kinder alternative is the soft pixie described earlier. Slightly longer on top, with layers and a gentle fringe. This keeps all the ease of short hair, while reintroducing movement and a feminine frame around your features. 2. The long, heavy one-length style past the shoulders. If your hair hangs well past your shoulders with almost no layers, it tends to pull the eye downward. On a young face, that can look romantic. On a mature face, it can emphasize drooping features and a softer jawline. When all the weight sits at the bottom, the roots often look flat and the ends bulky, the opposite of the airy lightness that usually looks youthful. On thinning hair, this problem is magnified. The length pulls the hair down so the top looks even thinner, while the ends look wispy and tired. Instead of feeling glamorous, you may feel like your hair is wearing you, not the other way around. A kinder alternative is a mid-length cut with long layers or a soft layered bob. You keep enough length to feel feminine while lifting the weight higher up, so the face looks more open and energized. 3. The stiff helmet bob or bowl shape. This is the bob that curves under in a perfect shell, is often heavily sprayed, and barely moves when you turn your head. It might feel neat and controlled, but that rigid round shape can instantly date the look. The eye stops on the haircut itself instead of seeing your face. Because there is almost no movement, the whole image can feel static, and static often reads as older. A very short, perfectly straight fringe cut high above the eyebrows has a similar effect. It exposes a lot of forehead and highlights lines and texture rather than softening them. If you recognize yourself in any of these, there is no need for guilt. You chose what felt safe and manageable at the time, like many women do when life is busy and hair slips to the bottom of the list. The good news is that you don't have to leap into a dramatic makeover. Small shifts, adding soft layers, growing a harsh fringe into a side-swept one, or letting a heavy one-length cut evolve slowly into a light-layered bob, can gently bring back a feeling of lightness and movement. If you've ever looked in the mirror and thought, "Why do I look older even though I just had my hair done?" It might not be your face at all. It might be one of these 3 sneaky haircuts quietly adding years. Cut that honors who you are now. After 60, your hair is not about fitting into trends or copying a celebrity. It is about honoring the woman you have become. The right haircut doesn't erase your years. It simply lets your true light show more clearly by lifting your features, softening edges, and bringing movement back to every step you take. The 3 flattering styles we explored, a soft layered bob, a youthful pixie with volume, and softly layered face-framing lengths, have something in common. None of them try to make you look like someone else. Instead they work with your face shape instead of fighting it. Respect your hair texture instead of punishing it. Bring the visual focus back to your eyes, smile, and natural expression. They replace heaviness and stiffness with lightness and gentle motion. And that is what people often interpret as, "You look so much younger." If you are drawn to shorter hair, a pixie or a softly layered bob might feel like freedom. If you are attached to your length, a mid-length cut with long, face-framing layers can give you the best of both worlds. The romance of longer hair with the lift your features now deserve. You don't have to break up with your favorite style. You can evolve it. When you sit down in the salon chair next time, don't just say, "Do whatever you think." Bring your intention with you. You might say, "I want my hair to lift my face, not pull it down." I want movement and softness, not a stiff helmet. I want to see my eyes and my smile when I look in the mirror. A good stylist will listen, suggest shapes that match your face and lifestyle, and take you there step by step. You can always go shorter or add more layers later. Think of it as a conversation, not a one-time decision. You deserve to feel that little spark of, yes, this is me. Every time you catch your reflection, whether you are heading to a special event or just walking past the hallway mirror with a cup of tea in your hand, your hair does not need to shout to make that happen. It just needs to support the woman you already are, wise, warm, and still very much alive to possibility. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe to Timeless Wisdom Path, leave a comment sharing which haircut you're considering next, and share this with a friend who might be ready for a gentle, age-positive change. Your years are not something to hide. They are something to frame beautifully. Before your next appointment, don't ask, what would make me look younger? Ask, what would make me feel most like myself now? When your haircut answers that question, the "you look amazing" comments take care of themselves.